Hello students, I hope you all are fit and fine and doing very well in your studies. So let's start our today's science class. In this class, we are going to start our chapter number 5, that is separation of substances. In this chapter, we are going to read about different methods by the help of which we can separate the different components of a mixture. Students, separation is very important to remove out the harmful and unwanted substances from any mixture. So let's proceed our today's science class. So students, let's start our today's science class, and today we are going to start our chapter number 5, that is separation of substances. So what is the meaning of separation? Separation का मतलब होता है to separate, अलग करना. So कैसे हम substances को अलग करते हैं, या what are the methods by the help of which we can separate substances in our day-to-day life. So let's talk about introduction of the chapter. So dear students, you know that different type of substances are present in nature. Some are occur in pure form, and some substances are present in the mixture form. So those substances which are pure, they are made up of only one kind of substance, means that they are made up of only one kind of atom. So pure substances, they have definite and well defined properties, and they have same composition also. But most of the substances, those who occur in mixed form or in the form of mixture, they are composed of two or more than two substances. तो वो एक या एक से ज़्यादा substances से मिलकर के बने होते हैं, जिनको हम mixtures कहते हैं. So in our daily life, many times one need to separate a useful substance from a mixture. So definitely we have to separate out the useful substance from a mixture in our daily life. For example, before cooking rice and pulse, we have to clean them. Tea leaves are separated from the tea with a strainer, and so on. The main reason of separating the substances is to take out the useful constituent. Sometimes substances are also separated when we need to use different components in different ways. So there are various methods of separating the components of a mixture. So now let's discuss one by one. So now it is clear to you that why there is a need of separation of substances. So because we have to separate out the useful constituent of a substance from its mixture. So that's why it is a need to separation of substances. So students, let's talk about mixture. A mixture consists of two or more different substances that are mixed but not chemically combined together. So dear student, mixture are those substances which are made up of two or more than two substances. So they are just mixed. It means that दो या दो से ज़्यादा substances से मिली हुई चीज़ों को हम मिक्सचर कहते हैं. बट ये सिर्फ फिजिकली मिक्सड होते हैं. दे आर नॉट केमिकली कंबाइंड टुगेदर. इट मीन्स दैट इनके बीच में कोई केमिकल रिएक्शन नहीं होता है. ये केमिकल रिएक्शन के थ्रू नहीं जुड़े होते हैं. दे आर जस्ट ओनली मिक्सड. दे डू नॉट हैव अ वेल डिफाइंड स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टीज़. तो इनकी कोई वेल डिफाइंड स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी भी नहीं होती है. जैसे कि प्योर सब्सटेंसेस की क्या होती है, वेल डिफाइंड स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी होती है. बट इन मिक्सचर they do not have well defined specific properties. Can be separated into its components by physical means. तो हम मिक्सचर को सेपरेट कर सकते हैं, इनके कंपोनेंट से हम मिक्सचर को सेपरेट कर सकते हैं फिजिकली. तो थ्रू फिजिकल मीन वी कैन सेपरेट इट इनटू इट्स कंपोनेंट्स. सो स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इन अ मिक्सचर कंटेनिंग sugar and sand, sugar and sand are its constituent. In any mixture, each component retains its unique property. A mixture may be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. So now let's see the example of mixture. Rock, mixture of different kind of rocks. Sandwich, mixture of bread, meat, tomato. Next we have soda, mixture of sugar and water. So all these are example of mixture. So I hope it is clear to you that mixture means what? Combination of two or more than two substances, but they are just mixed together. It means that they are physically mixed together. They are not chemically combined together. Students, different variety of mixtures we have which can be classified under two broad categories. So let's talk about type of mixtures. Two type of mixture we have: heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. The prefixes hetero indicate difference. So a mixture that does not have same appearance and uniform composition throughout is called a heterogeneous mixture. So ऐसा mixture जिसका appearance का मतलब होता है look, and uniform का मतलब होता है बराबर, एक बराबर. So a mixture that does not have same appearance and uniform composition throughout is called a heterogeneous mixture. यानी ऐसा mixture जिसका appearance और composition एक जैसा नहीं हो तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? heterogeneous mixture. So you can just see on the screen also, a heterogeneous mixture is that which does not have the same composition throughout, that is, its components are not uniformly distributed and can be distinguished from each other. So students, let's talk about the example of heterogeneous mixture. Concrete is an example of heterogeneous mixture. Beach, sand is heterogeneous since you can see different colored particles. Vinegar and oil salad dressing is heterogeneous since two liquid layers are present as well as solids. Students, a mixture of sand and water is also an example of heterogeneous mixture. तो क्या होगा कि जब भी हम सैंड और वाटर का मिक्सचर बनाएंगे तो होता क्या है कि जो सैंड होता है वो वाटर में नीचे आकर के सेटल हो जाता है और वाटर उसके ऊपर. तो इस सॉल्यूशन का कंपोजिशन कैसा है? यूनिफॉर्म कंपोजिशन है? नहीं, इसमें हम यूनिफॉर्म कंपोजिशन इसको नहीं बोलेंगे क्योंकि इसके कंस्टिट्यूएंट क्या होते हैं? अलग अलग हो जाते हैं. वाटर भी अलग दिखाई पड़ता है और सैंड भी अलग दिखाई पड़ता है. सो हेट्रोजीनियस मिक्सचर में क्या होता है? appearance. It means that a mixture which does not have same appearance and uniform composition throughout is called heterogeneous mixture. So now let's talk about homogeneous mixture. The prefix is homo indicates sameness, यानी एक जैसा. Homo means एक जैसा. A mixture that has same appearance and uniform composition throughout is called a homogeneous mixture. यानी पूरे मिक्सचर में जो मिक्सचर का अपीयरेंस है और कंपोजिशन है जब वो एक जैसा होता है, एक बराबर होता है, यूनिफॉर्म मीन्स सेम, बराबर, तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर. So let's see that a homogeneous mixture is that which has the same composition throughout, that is, its components are uniformly distributed and cannot be distinguished from each other. तो इसका जो कंस्टिट्यूएंट होता है वो सॉल्यूशन में यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड होता है. तो ऐसे सॉल्यूशन को, ऐसे मिक्सचर को हम क्या बोलेंगे? होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर. So let's see the example of homogeneous mixture. Corn oil, white vinegar, a sugar solution, a salt solution. So students, जब हम sugar solution और salt solution को बना करके देखेंगे तो क्या क्या होता है? इनका composition और appearance बिल्कुल एक बराबर होता है. So that's why और इनके कंस्टिट्यूएंट भी वाटर में क्या होते हैं, मतलब ये जो मिक्सचर में यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड होते हैं, ना कहीं अलग से सॉल्ट दिखाई पड़ता है और ना कहीं अलग से वाटर दिखाई पड़ता है। पूरा कैसा होता है, इनका कॉम्पोजिशन यूनिफॉर्म होता है। इट मीन्स दे आर प्रॉपरली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन वाटर, सो दैट्स वाई सच टाइप ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस और मिक्सचर्स इज कॉल्ड होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर। Students, let's talk about methods of separation. But before that, one question is there, why there is a need to separate the constituents of a mixture? The separation of constituent of a substance is carried out for the following purposes. To remove any harmful or undesirable constituents. For example, the small pieces of stones and undesirable seed grains are removed from rice and dal before cooking. तो मिक्सचर में जो अनवांटेड और हार्मफुल सब्सटेंसेस होते हैं उसको रिमूव करने के लिए भी हमें सेपरेशन की ज़रूरत होती है। टू रिमूव नॉन यूज़फुल कंपोनेंट्स, तो जो मिक्सचर में नॉन यूज़फुल कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं हमें उसे भी सेपरेट करना पड़ता है। For example, we use a strainer to separate the tea leaves from the tea. तो स्ट्रेनर के थ्रू हम टी से टी लीव्स को अलग करते हैं। To separate two different but useful components, तो मिक्सचर के टू कंपोनेंट्स को भी हम अलग अलग करते हैं जो यूज़फुल होते हैं, मतलब दोनों कंपोनेंट्स जो हम अलग करते हैं वो दोनों ही क्या होते हैं, यूज़फुल होते हैं। For example, milk is churned to obtain butter. In this case, both the components are useful. तो मिल्क को हम churn करते हैं and through churning we will get butter. So both milk and butter is a useful components. Now let's talk about methods of separation. So dear students, there are different ways of separating mixture. So let's see what are the methods. Hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, magnetic attraction, sublimation, evaporation, crystallization, sedimentation and decantation, loading, filtration, distillation, centrifugation, paper chromatography. So all these are methods by which we can separate mixture. But dear student, we will read only those methods which is given in your book. So let's start the methods of separation. So students, I hope it is clear to you that separation is necessary to remove unwanted things from any mixture. Now there are many ways to separate the components of a mixture. We choose the suitable method on the basis of the type of mixture or type of constituent of a substance we are separating. So first we will talk about separation of solid from solid. It means that solid-solid mixture. Now what is solid-solid mixture? It is obtained by mixing two or more solids. In solid-solid mixture, all the components are in solid state. So the components of a solid-solid mixture can be separated by hand picking. So what is hand picking? Hand picking means there is only useful. So students, I hope it is clear to you that separation is necessary to remove unwanted things from any mixture. There are many ways to separate the components of a mixture. We choose the suitable method on the basis of the type of mixture or type of constituent of a mixture we are separating. So first we will talk about separation of solid from solid. So what is separation of solid from solid? It means that solid-solid mixture. It is obtained by mixing two or more solids. In a solid-solid mixture, all the components are in solid state. So, the component of a solid-solid mixture can be separated by hand picking. Hand picking is the simplest method of separating unwanted material from the useful ones. So, there is a fruit basket in which variety of fruits are kept. How will you separate them and keep in different basket? So definitely by using your hands you can separate out different varieties of fruits and kept in different baskets. Now students, have you observed your mother or grandmother while separating the unwanted particle from rice before cooking it? The color, texture and shape of the unwanted materials are different from the food items can be seen easily. These unwanted materials are separated by hand picking. This method of separation is generally used only if the amount or quantity of the mixture is not very large. So, this is only useful when the particles are large enough to be seen clearly. तो जिन पार्टिकल्स को हमें मिक्सचर से सेपरेट करना है वो कैसे होने चाहिए, वो लार्ज होने चाहिए, बड़े होने चाहिए, ताकि क्लियरली हम अपने आईज से देख सकें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सेपरेटिंग पेबल्स फ्रॉम राइस और दाल, सेपरेटिंग ग्रास फ्रॉम मिंट लीव एंड सेपरेटिंग पार्ट्स ऑफ अ सैलड. So in this way we can do hand picking. So students, again remember, hand picking is used only if the amount or quantity of the mixture is not very large. तो जो भी हमारा मिक्सचर का क्वांटिटी है वो कैसा होना चाहिए, वो कम होना चाहिए. बहुत ज़्यादा होगा तो हैंड पिकिंग पॉसिबल नहीं है. So I hope hand picking is clear. So let's talk about another method of separation, that is sifting or sieving. Sieving is a method of separation. It is based on the principle of different sizes of particles to be separated from the mixture. तो जो different size होते हैं particles के जो mixture में present होते हैं उसको हम sieving के through separate कर सकते हैं. Sieves of different pore sizes are used to separate the components of a variety of mixture. For example, sieves which are used to separate the lumps of coffee powder or wheat flour have very fine, means small pores. Sieves which are used to separate the small stones from grinded concrete have large pores. Sieves which are used to separate the chaff to get ginger have very large pores. So students, sieving is used to separate a dry mixture which contains substances of different sizes by passing it through a sieve. So now student, a sieve is a device containing tiny holes and separates unwanted elements from unwanted materials. So now students, let's talk about threshing. So threshing is used for separating seeds from the harvested stalks. तो हार्वेस्टेड स्टॉक से ग्रेन को सेपरेट करने के लिए, सीड्स को सेपरेट करने के लिए हम थ्रेसिंग का यूज़ करते हैं. सो थ्रेसिंग इज़ अ मेथड टू सेपरेटिंग सीड्स फ्रॉम द हार्वेस्टेड स्टॉक्स. When the quantity is small, threshing is done manually. तो अगर हार्वेस्टेड क्रॉप्स की क्वांटिटी कम है तो थ्रेसिंग फार्मर्स मैनुअली भी करते हैं. दे मेक स्मॉल बंडल्स ऑफ द हार्वेस्टेड स्टॉक्स and they just beat on a hard surface, and when they beat, what happen? It helps in separating the grains from the stalks. तो जैसे ही फार्मर क्या करते हैं कि हार्ड सरफेस पे बंडल्स को, हार्वेस्टेड बंडल्स को बीट करते हैं, तो बीट करने की वजह से जो ग्रेन्स होते हैं वो स्टॉक से बाहर चले आते हैं. बट फॉर लार्ज क्वांटिटीज थ्रेसिंग इज डन विद द हेल्प ऑफ एनिमल्स. लेकिन अगर हार्वेस्टेड क्रॉप्स की क्वांटिटी ज़्यादा है तो थ्रेसिंग के लिए एनिमल्स का यूज़ होता है. अब फार्मर क्या करते हैं कि वो स्टॉक्स को ग्राउंड पे एक पोल के चारों तरफ स्प्रेड कर देते हैं और उस पोल में दे जस्ट टाइड टू सेवरल बुलक्स, और फिर उन बुलक्स को उस स्प्रेड हार्वेस्टेड क्रॉप्स पे वॉक कराया जाता है. तो जैसे ही बुलक्स उस पे वॉक करते हैं तो उससे क्या होता है, इट मीन्स दे ट्रम्पल्ड ऑन द स्टॉक्स. तो ट्रम्पल मीन्स क्या होता है कि वो उस पर जैसे ही वॉक करते हैं तो जो ग्रेन्स होता है वो स्टॉक से क्या होता है, बाहर चला आता है. बट नाउ अडेज थ्रेसिंग मशीन्स आर ऑल्सो यूज्ड and these threshing machines, they are powered by diesel engine or electric motors. Now by using threshing machines, farmers, they can save both time and labor also. So a threshing machine is a device which can harvest, threshes and winnows in a single operation, and nowadays it is very पॉपुलर इन आवर कंट्री ऑल्सो. पहले भले से ये पॉपुलर नहीं था, बट नाउ डेज इट इज़ पॉपुलर एंड फार्मर्स दे आर यूजिंग कंबाइंड हार्वेस्टर. So let's see that threshing is the method that generally used by the farmers to separate the grains from the stalks after harvesting. The dried stalks are beaten or threshed to separate the grains. However, in large farms, threshing is done by using threshing machines. So students, let's talk about winnowing. Winnowing क्या होता है? तो थ्रेसिंग के बाद भी जो ग्रेन्स हमें मिलते हैं, ऑब्टेन्ड होते हैं, उनमें डस्ट पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, जैसे सीड्स कवरिंग, टाइनी पीसेस ऑफ लीव्स और चैफ. तो इन सब को रिमूव करने के लिए जिस प्रोसेस का हम यूज़ करते हैं उसको हम विनोइंग कहते हैं. सो नाउ लेट्स सी दैट व्हाट इज़ विनोइंग. सो मैनुअली थ्रेस्ड ग्रेन्स may still contain seed covering and tiny pieces of leaves or chaff. These are separated by winnowing. The process of separating chaff from grain by blowing air or wind is called winnowing. So students, farmers use this method for separating wheat grains from husk. तो farmers क्या करते हैं? They just take a mixture of wheat and husk and they dropped from a height. तो वो क्या करते हैं farmers की wheat और husk के मिक्सचर को एक हाइट से गिराते हैं. The lighter husk is carried by the wind and form a heap at small distance away. तो husk के particles कैसे होते हैं? Lighter होते हैं. So just lighter particle of husk, they are carried away by wind and they form a heap at some distance. और वो एक जगह पे जाके इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं. The wheat grains being heavier fall almost vertically to form a separate heap nearby. और wheat के particles कैसे होते हैं? वो heavy होते हैं, तो वो vertically नीचे गिर करके और एक जगह इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं. तो यानी husk के particle एक अलग जगह इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं और wheat के particles अलग जगह इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं. The husk is used as a fodder for cattle. तो जो husk होता है वो fodder के cattle के fodder के लिए यूज़ होते हैं, यानी cattles के खाने के लिए वो husk यूज़ होता है. So in this way winnowing take place by farmers. So in winnowing, the mixture is allowed to fall from a height. The lightened components get separated from the heavier ones because of wind or air blow. This method is used to separate lighter husk from heavier grains like wheat. So I hope winnowing is clear to you. So dear students, that's all for today's class. I hope all the topics are clear to you. But if you have any doubt regarding any topic, you can just call me or you can write in group also. Dear student, for understanding the chapter in a better way, you have to go through chapter and read it at least 2 times. So please read all the topics which I already taught you in this video. Your homework is that you have to make neat and clean notes of those topics which I taught you in this video. Draw neat and clean diagrams also related to that topics. Okay students, so main thing is that please keep smiling on your face. Stay home, stay healthy and please honestly do readings. Thanks for watching this video.